Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Studio Rats Live, number 60. What the heck happened there? We've been doing this for 60 odd weeks, and you're still with us. My name's James Ivey.
I'm Paul Drew. Who wants to listen to this guff anyway?
Well, someone does. 300 odd people listened to last week's, and I thought we were all over the shop. So loads to get through tonight. As always, we have got our list of useful things to talk about. Hopefully useful. You might think it's absolute guff, but hey, you're still here. I'm going to post the links, so if anybody wants to come in and join us, they can. I have checked my internet connection before going live. I am on the hard. I'm wired in. I've got 50 something down and 20 something up, which should be enough juice to get me through the show.
Awesome.
I've got the mice standing by to keep the clockwork, keep the wheels going. And we've already got people out there in the real world. So it's great to hear from K. Michael P. in Sebastian, Florida. David Stockton's with us. And Safey's in the house.
Excellent. Can I just say, K. Michael P., 29, you don't know how good you got it, mate. We're what are we at the moment? I think it's 31 out there.
It was 31 out there during the day. I didn't actually put a thermometer on in here because obviously I'm in temporary digs right now. But it's the school holidays. The kids are home, so I cut the doors open. Otherwise, they'll be running backwards and forwards when I'm trying to work. And quite frankly, it has been like Bikram mixing today. You've heard of Bikram hot yoga? Hot mixing. I have been sweating my you-know-whats off. It's not very pleasant, but hey, you need to know.
Yeah. David says it's bloody hot. Went for a 10-mile walk yesterday, and that was a mistake. Yeah, nasty.
What's going to kill him in Florida is the 91% humidity. That's the killer.
Oh, that is so true, actually. Yeah. Okay, fair dues.
Heat's one thing, but humidity is the killer, and the mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, nasty. Oh, yeah. Nasty.
So I'm going to start off tonight with I don't know if any of you heard, but obviously last week there were some horrendous floods in Germany and Belgium and sort of Europe. And one of our friends, colleagues in the industry, I don't know if you know the guys at Brainworks at Plugin Alliance, their building was flooded out completely.
So is this where the old studio was, where Dirk's studio was?
Where Dirk's studio was. And there are pictures on Facebook of them pulling out vintage amps and combos and cabs and stuff, all absolutely written off. If you like, the saving grace is that the 72-channel Neve, it didn't get. I think it got up the legs, but didn't get to any of the buckets or any of the channels. So, I mean, if you like. But of course, the sting in the tail is, everyone thinks they have insurance for this sort of thing, and they didn't have flood insurance.
I wonder what someone's going to be in trouble. But I wonder why they didn't have the flood insurance.
Well, if you know you're in a flood area,
yeah,
you take the insurance, don't you?
Well, you do. It's standard insurance in England.
Yes, it is. It's definitely on my insurance policy. So, if nothing else, the message from this is: go away, check the small print of your home insurance, of your documents, whatever, and make sure you're covered for all kind of natural disasters, floods, lightning, trees falling through the building, all that sort of stuff. It's really, really important because these things do happen, and nobody wants it to happen to anybody. And I mean, God, the amount of kit that came out of there, water damaged and wrecked. I've seen it before with music shop fires, things like that. It is absolutely horrendous, absolutely horrific.
Yeah.
When someone's livelihood goes up in flames or gets flooded out or anything like that. Please. It's boring as hell, I know, but check your insurance.
It's true. I wonder if they didn't have flood insurance because if they were like right on the river or something, and there's some buildings that obviously don't. If they've been known to flood before, it's awful.
Yeah. It's a terrible thing. They'll bounce back. They're a strong company. They'll bounce back. But our hearts go out to Dirk and the team out there. Yeah,
absolutely.
If there's anything we can do, not there probably is, but if there is, we're here. Also on the plugin kind of route, if you like, I got an email this week from a company I've done some work with in the past, called Pulsar Audio, who make a really, really cool. It's called the Echo Rec. It's a copy of a Benson Echo Rec. You know, the drum.
Yeah.
And I did some work for them, and they sent an email out saying this week that their Smasher compressor, which is an 1176 style compressor, which I know you really like.
I've got it. I've got this up on the screen. If you wanna
Yeah.
see. Let's share. Shall I
Yes.
share the screen? Okay, let's do that. And then
I hadn't bought this particular plugin before. I have now, because it's up for €9.
I think it's exciting. I do. I mean, I think it's great. €9 is a no brainer. If you haven't got like a 1176 compressor plugin, then fantastic, do it. The only thing for me is that, I mean, how many 1176 plugins? If you haven't got an 1176 plugin in your plugin arsenal, I'll be pretty surprised.
But this should be it. This is a really good. I really like this plugin, and for €9, it's a no-brainer. But that, of course, got me to thinking. We all know about companies like Waves who do their $25 plugins. You know, they're the slightly older ones, perhaps, but you know, $25 for a plugin, which then got me touring the interwebs. And I thought, hang on a second, I bet there's some other deals out there. And I found Exponential Audio stroke Isotope. You can get R2, their stereo reverb, convolution reverb. I think
it's not convolution.
It's not the convolution reverb. It's the other one. For $10, $9.99. There is no excuse, people. Now, again, I'm probably preaching to the choir at this point. There is no point, and there is no excuse for plugin piracy when amazing plugins like that are that cheap.
So just to fill people in, if anyone knows like Lexicon plugins, the guy that invented, or the guy that worked on all the Lexicon hardware units, the big expensive hardware units, basically created Exponential Audio.
Yeah.
And he created these plugins. They're amazing. The reverbs are top notch. So for how much is it, James?
$9.99.
I mean, that's a no brainer.
Which are then, you know, it's funny how these things snowball. We started talking about plugins and stuff, and R2 is not a simple plugin. You can just dive in and go through the presets, and the presets are all amazing, and there are a gazillion of them.
Yeah.
And often for reverbs, that's kind of what I do. I do just jump in for a preset and go, oh, the tail's a bit long, maybe drag that back a bit or something like that. I don't really get into designing my own reverbs because, hey, I've got at life and there's mushrooms to peel and all those sort of things. But
mushrooms. Do you actually
that's the book. Is a book, isn't it? Life's too short to peel a mushroom.
Oh, I see.
I was being. There was a literary reference there.
Nice. Can I just ask? So Andy Atherton says, do you guys have separate studio insurance, or are they on your house insurance? I have a separate policy for my studio.
I do too. And the reason for that is because it also covers all the gear when it's either in transit or out of the house or on a gig.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's I've got separate. We have a separate. My business is a separate insurance for the studio. Yeah. Well worth doing, I think, because a normal house policy insurance, they don't understand.
No,
what's going on in the studio?
Absolutely not. Hey up, Marcus Huskins is in the house.
Who else in the house?
David McQuillan's in.
Dave's in.
Risto. Oh, I'm going to go with. Tuomine. I'm going to go with. Sorry if I've totally obliterated your surname.
Tauminen.
Yes. Okay, go with that. Simon Cook's in. Great to see you all. If you've got any questions, please do shout them up there, or even join us in the live stream. I've put the link up there somewhere. If you're on your phone or a laptop or a tablet and you're in a quietish room where the kids have gone to bed, mine are in bed right now above us, so it's all good.
Nice. So what do you think about, and have you been keeping an eye on NAMM this week?
A little bit. to be totally honest, it's been a bit quiet. I think
go on.
You kind of have to take your hat off for NAMM as an association for doing it and saying, we're going to break cover and we're actually going to do the event. But I think you were saying earlier that you've heard that it was a bit of a damp squib and lots of empty space and not many people. And, who can travel freely at the moment? Nobody.
Yeah.
So I kind of hats off for doing it. I know we would both very much like to be there in January, when hopefully NAMM will be back to its tour de force, and it will be great. We'll have a great time, as we always do.
Oh yeah, new bass guitar, Paul. New Boss guitar. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. New Boss guitar. Yes, I've got that in the. I've got that in the list to talk about, David.
Good. I saw that and went, hello.
And Analog for Life. I'm covering that as well, mate. So yeah, see, everyone knows about the stuff already.
Yeah,
we don't even need to do this anymore.
Okay, bye.
Should we do it? Should we start? Should we start with
dive in?
I mean, I've only got a few, to be honest, because there's not a lot.
I don't think I think NAMM has been a flag waving exercise, as in we can do this, we're going to do this, and it's good for the industry that we do, and we show a solid, a solid face on it. A bit like us and Cheer. Cheer wasn't as big as it should have been, but it was an event we had to do it to. It's for the industry, for the community. So, yeah, show us Uranus.
Ooh, easy. Look, there we go. So first of all, start with this.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Expression pedal. The Boss invented.
Okay.
So I thought this was a really good idea. Because if you're using, say, like, I don't know, if you've got, you're using, say, like a guitar amp sim on your computer, you can use this to control, say, like a wah-wah, that sort of stuff. I think it's quite exciting. Also, I think the Quad Cortex is Bluetooth.
It is, I think. It'd be interesting to know if they can talk to each other and you can use this as a wah-wah control. Yes.
Yeah. And yes, it's controlling the new guitar, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But Boss is sending me one, so a review to come.
Very cool.
Now, who mentioned it earlier? We've got the IK Multimedia. You got any context there, James?
I did have. I'm not sure he's still with them, but I can have a dig through my Rolodex.
Nice one. So yeah, they've got four pedals. They've got a drive pedal. They've got I can't see. I mean, I'm going to guess what they are: drive, modulation, delay, reverb.
Probably a good as shout as any.
Yeah. So I think the only thing is I'm excited about it because their stuff's good. A little bit too late, do you think?
They might have missed the party because they do look a bit TC Electric stroke Eventide, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, even as far back, you're probably talking 20 years ago when Line 6 brought out the
when TC brought out the Nova pedals
and that sort of stuff. Yeah, although it's obviously going to be the latest algorithms and the latest chips if they can get the chips. But yeah. Exciting. 192 kilohertz. Yeah, good.
I'm sure it'll sound good. I'm sure it'll sound great. And about 5 will buy them.
Well, yeah. The only thing that I think won't sell is the drive. I don't think people will buy just a drive pedal unless it's an amp sim. I can't see.
Well, if it's MIDI recallable, which of course it's going to be,
yeah,
and you're building a live board,
yeah,
actually, a MIDI recallable drive is a really good thing.
Yeah, but I think most guitarists are a little bit snobby in the fact that they want analog drive. I don't think we mind. We don't mind sort of digital time-based effects and even modulation effects. But I think when it comes to drive, I think it's, guitarists still feel that sort of way. Let me know if I'm wrong, people. So yeah, they've got the X Space, X Time, and X Vibe. So all of your modulation stuff.
All of the stuff that you've already said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Boss have brought out a guitar, which is quite exciting.
It's not the Uranus, it's the Urus.
The Urus, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Sort of offset design. I quite like it.
It's very Vigier.
It is a bit Vigier. It's a headstock that makes it look Vigier, isn't it?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I saw it and went, if it's got the level of tech in it that I'm expecting it to have,
yeah,
it's going to be great. I mean, built-in guitar synth. Who's not going to love that?
Yeah, I think so. It's yeah. I think it's going to be great. I mean, I've heard the demo of it. It does sound great.
Hope it's a good instrument, because the Roland Ready Strats were
Yeah.
great instruments because they were good Strats, and they just happened to have the pick that the pick guard etched out with the hex pickup in it.
Yeah,
That's why they were guitars. I had what was it called? American, with a hex pickup in it, with a piezo and a hex pickup. It was a great guitar. Sadly, it was one of the Korean ones, not the American ones.
yeah.
So it was a good guitar. It wasn't a great guitar,
Right.
but yeah, that hex pickup thing is so handy if you're in that world and you want to get into synths and King Crimson. Quite frankly, they're brilliant. It's such a good thing.
But it's it's not but it's €2,200.
But a good guitar is, if it's a good guitar and it's got the toys in it, but if it's a dog of a guitar,
it won't be a dog of a guitar. I don't think Boss wouldn't release it if it was Boss. Boss release all their stuff's great.
I hope not. But yeah, I'd love to have a go. That's great.
Yeah, definitely.
That looks like great.
Right, next.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, I thought you'd like this. So this is, I mean, I'm not keen. I don't like this sort of heavy quilt maple stuff going on. No, it's so dated now. It's like
I'm dated. I'm 80s boy. I'm happy to say that. That's pretty for me, and I do love an Axis. That's a great shape. And a friend of mine, one of my Butlins bands, the guy played with an Axis Super Sport, and it was beautiful guitar. Lovely. Yeah. Felt really great good. Guitars.
Yeah. All really good. I mean, I think that there would. I love that one. I love that because that's like. I mean, it's not subtle, but it's. If I can zoom in, it's not like, subtle by any means, but it's classy. It's like a 50s Les Paul, 59 Les Paul.
Beautiful flame top, isn't it? Yeah.
But that's just gone too. That's too much for me.
I quite like that. That would only be better. That would only be better if it was in green.
But the thing is, like, I think that maybe it's coming back into fashion, but I think those big sort of quilted tops went really out of fashion. And maybe they're ahead of the curve. Maybe they're coming back in.
I like it. What can I say?
Okay.
You've done well to find that.
And I'm waiting for reaction.
I think they look great. I think that yellow to red kind of fade looks amazing.
I think you and me just like completely different things.
Well, we already know that. That's why we work so well together. I love the lime green, or whatever they call it, lime green sparkle. I think that's great. I'm not so much into the gold finish, that kind of red burst gold thing. Not so into that.
Rusty, what's it called?
Yeah, rusty metallic.
Age candy. It's age candy something. Yeah. I'm sort of with you on that.
Got the prices there, haven't you?
Yeah, but so they're all £900, £900.
That's not bad, is it?
No, that's not bad. But that for me is a no. No.
No, I like that. I like the green ones as well.
I like this one. I like that one.
Which one's that one?
Hold on. How do I move it down?
I actually don't.
This one here.
A friend of mine had a Les Paul in that finish, and I was like, no.
What, in the silver burst?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, they're really sought after now.
Yeah,
National Telly?
It was a that's with the extra
Yeah,
with the center pickup. Yeah, nice. I like the jazz in the nice, but I do like that red to yellow fade. That's nice.
No, mate, you've lost it. Right. Anyway, last one because there's not a lot going on. Is will you tell me what you think of this? And I know you're not a fan, but so they've released was it Pearl? Pearl did and they've released or re-released that under the it's a Behringer unit. What do you think?
Well, oh god,
I remember it sounded like a pile of crap
because my heart says.
Have you gone? Have you disappeared? Is he gone again? Hold on. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. You can't hear me. Okay, guys, can you let us know in the comments? Can you hear me or James or neither of us? He's gone. If you could just let us know in the comments. Someone let me know. Anyway, what I'll do, I'll keep talking. K. Michael P says, I may have missed it, but have you guys tried the Marshall Origin 50H cab and speaker? No. Paul only. Okay, well at least I'm still. He's shocking. He lives in the middle of nowhere. He's back.
I don't live in the middle of nowhere. I've got a bloody stupidly fast internet connection that just booted me out. I've gone onto the Wi-Fi because it's quicker. Yes, I think we've basically said that you and I like different stuff. That's fine. I can live with that. I'm an 80s throwback. How are we doing on the questions?
Good, yes. So K. Michael P says, I may have missed it, but have you guys tried the Marshall Origin 50H? That's the head. Cab, speakers, etc.
I haven't. I must admit, we haven't.
I haven't tried it. I know it's a good price. We tried the DSL. I got the DSL in, and we didn't. I wasn't that keen, to be honest.
A bit fizzy.
It is a bit fizzy, isn't it? It's a bit fizzy. But some guys love it. But it was the little one, though, wasn't it? It was the little 20-watt one.
Yeah, and it was cheap.
Yes, it's cheap, but the Origin I think is quite reasonable. I've heard people play through it. I haven't tried one myself, but I've heard people play through it, and I thought it sounded really good.
Cool.
So yeah.
Oh, hello. We're being joined. We are being joined. Please welcome Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hello.
How you doing?
No, I'm very well. I need to apologise because I haven't been in for quite some time because I have a little boy who's 7. And it suddenly got very hot here in England, and he wouldn't go to bed till about 10 o'clock, and it was right when the Studio Rats was happening, and I was having to be a dad from 7 till 10, and I was like,
unbelievable.
It's all right.
We're very selfish, some people, aren't they?
We all have children. We all understand that, and just yeah. So how's the gas meter?
Sorry?
How's the gas meter?
Oh, well, yes, I'm in a garage because I recently, I think I told Paul, I unfortunately had a bit of an accident, a serious accident, but I'm now living at my mum's for my rehab, and I'm building a studio in her garage.
Oh, awesome.
Which is why I'm in the garage, because I have a genuine question for you. So I need to try and spin the camera around, I think. How do I do that?
Is it a decent size? Is it a double length, double width?
It's not double width, unfortunately, but it's not bad. It's about 3 meters by 5.
Amazing.
Great. That's the size of my studio. It's great.
Is that sorry, that switched it off. How do I turn it around? Sorry, everybody. I don't know. I don't think I can turn the camera around, but I'll try and show you.
A nice wooden ceiling. Surely that's got to be good, James. Reflective.
Well, I'm going to stud the whole thing out and soundproof it, and then I've got lots of acoustic treatment, and that was kind of my question with this space.
Right.
Mhm.
So can you see there's a window there next to the what's currently the freezer? Basically, that end wall is going to be the studio wall, and I've got you can probably see them there in the boxes, a couple of big GIK acoustic diffusers, and I'm going to put corner traps in. But I think my first reflection point is going to be roughly where the freezer is, and the same opposite side.
Right.
Mhm.
But I'm not sure whether it's also going to be roughly where that window is. Now that's going to be the only form of natural light, because I'm going to stud up this garage door where I am at the moment.
Yeah.
And my question is, do I have to sacrifice that natural light in terms of acoustic treatment, or if I was to just put the panels around it, would that be fine?
I would say without a doubt, don't sacrifice your natural light. I mean, it's always going to be better without windows, but the difference is going to be so minimal. I don't think you'll need to worry about it. But the difference the natural light gives you in the studio and the sense of well-being, will far outweigh any of that.
No, well, that's what I kind of thought that, but then I was getting a bit purist, sort of, listening. Oh, hang on, here we go. Do you want to say hello, Jake?
Hello.
Hello, mate. Hello.
You're live on the internet, Jake. I wasn't so sure about that.
Is he a Jake?
He's a Jake, yes.
No, I've got a Jake as well, so we're in good company. We're in good company.
Great.
So have you heard of what they call the 6-point mirror acoustics?
No, go on.
Okay, so it's actually very simple. You need to get yourself a gainful assistant.
Yes.
And you get a mirror.
Yes.
Only like a not a bit big, probably a bit bigger than a shaving mirror, like a hairdresser's mirror. I happen to have those to hand quite readily. So you get your speakers set up, and you get yourself into your listening position.
Yeah.
And what you do is you get your gainful assistant to walk along the wall with the mirror along the wall, and when you can see the first speaker in the mirror, that's your first reflection point. It is quite literally your first reflection point.
Yes.
Go back a bit further, and that's where you want to put your acoustic treatment, your absorption.
Yeah.
When you go a bit further back, you'll see the other speaker, the near side speaker, in that slightly further back point. That's your other point, and again, you do it on those two sides. So that gives you 4 points of reflection.
Yes.
Then you put something behind. Now, I would normally, personally, go for diffusion behind you rather than absorption, because what you want to do is the sound wants to hit those and scatter rather than try and be sucked up. Let the sound scatter. You can get the kind of GIK do them, or various acoustic companies do those sort of wooden. Looks a shelf is a perfectly good diffuser. And then something above your head, a cloud above your head.
Yeah.
And those are your 6 points.
Ideally, depends on how tall your ceiling is, but don't do it so you're banging your head every 5 minutes and stuff.
No, but I mean, if you're building in a framework, if you're studying out the ceiling, just build a patch cloud in of I think rock wall sheets are, what are they, 4x2?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Two pieces of that above your head, two layers deep. If you can, if you can't, 1 layer deep. It will sort out all the reflections coming at you over the top.
Yes.
And suddenly you'll go, oh, this room sounds good.
Oh no, that's great, because I had in my other space, I had a cloud anyway, and I got some of the standard kind of. I think are they 4x2, the GIK stuff, but just I had some of those, so I've kind of got 4 of those for my first and second reflection points.
The other trick, if you can, rather than hang it on the wall, if you pull it away from the wall a little bit to give you an air gap behind, it will be infinitely more beneficial. If you can't, because of actual elbow space, my first. I actually hung the absorbers and away from the wall. Even though it was a smaller space, I had about yay much away from the wall, and it made a huge difference. In the studio I've just moved from, because of space and, quite frankly, real drums and all that sort of stuff, everything was on the wall, and it makes a huge difference. You'd be surprised.
So if you put like just a little bit of, I don't know, 4x2 with hanger on it and then hang it that way.
Yep.
Is that how to do it? Yeah.
Absolutely, a spacer, yeah, some kind of spacer.
Great, because in these two big boxes here, there you go.
Yeah,
so they're the big thick base straps. They're to go on the back wall. So I've got that bit right then. Yeah,
Right.
Perfect.
Great.
Really
I've got
good.
some wonderful amplifiers here for you. You just can't see them.
What have you got?
That's a 57 twin.
Oh,
That's a Chris Stapleton Princeton.
Oh yes, nice. Yeah.
52 brown face, and then that's a 64 print. Oh gosh, has my brain gone? What's the one above a Princeton Deluxe? Sorry,
Deluxe, yeah.
Deluxe. That's a 64 Deluxe. So that's the hand wired. These two are hand wired. Well, they all are. Yeah, and that's a 57.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're really nice. Yeah.
Really nice.
And your neighbours still talk to you?
Yeah, because I have an Octobox.
Cool. Well, it looks like it's going to be amazing. To speed on your progress, but yeah, I mean, if we can be of any help, you know where to find us.
Yeah, no, that
Especially
was
someone
honestly,
to look after all the stuff.
that was really helpful because I was sorry, back again. I was just really going around and around about that window, as you can imagine, stupidly, just thinking, oh, what do I do? So that's great. Anyway, thanks very much. Keep up the good work. I absolutely love your channel. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Cheers, Matt. Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad to see you're doing good.
Bye, Jake.
Cheers, guys.
See you, mate.
Bye.
Take care. Bye, Jake.
Bye.
Right.
We have another joining us on the stream. I haven't seen their face yet, and they've got their mic turned off, so I won't put them in just yet because they're all grayed out and stuff. But as soon as you come on, as soon as I see your face, then we'll put you in the stream. Lim. I don't know who Lim is.
Okay. Okay. We haven't had any problems yet, have we, with people actually coming on?
It would be funny, wouldn't it? But do you remember that? Was it Going Live where they had 5-star on?
I do remember that. I can't remember what they said. I remember actually wetting myself.
Also effing shit.
I love that.
The fact that we're saying Going Live and 5-star in the same breath means we're really bloody old, mate.
Yeah, this is wrong, isn't it? Okay, let's have a look. Where are we? So we answer K. Michael P. Bruce Brooks says, sorry I'm late. I bought a note from home. Good man. Michaeli says, hi guys, bought a piano from a developer of IK Multimedia. Nice young girl. Nice one.
Very
nice
cool.
one, mate. Yeah. Analog for Life says Pod Farm. I think we're possibly referring to the
dated effects and stuff. Yeah, I think so. And the IK thing. Yeah, definitely.
K. Michael P says you're dated. I suppose I'm dead. It looks a bit like a Luke.
They do. The Super Sport does look a bit like a Luke.
No, I think that's in reference to the boss.
Oh, the boss. Yes, it could well
look a bit like a Luke.
I haven't got a problem with that.
David says he's got a VG Strat and loves it, even though it's old tech these days. Yeah, but it still works great.
Works.
I wonder who designed the car itself. Sorry.
So you do, I've having played those kind of hex pickup type things. It does. If you're an accurate player, it definitely helps. There was when I was working with Sibelius, we had one, and a interface thing that we could actually do notation from it. It was great, really, really cool. And there was a guy called Matt Smith, who is he's huge, but he was the main Ovation demonstrator, and I saw him a couple of times, and he basically came and just played, but because he was such an accurate acoustic guitar player, he played so beautifully. The notation was absolutely spot on from what he played, whereas me going fudge. It wasn't clever.
David says, I wonder who designed the guitar itself, boss. Yeah, I wonder who did do that. Analog for Life said, no, James. Paul. Okay, I think that's in reference to we couldn't hear you. No, James.
Not as opposed to be liking ridiculous colour guitars.
Yeah. Well, I think that should be a no. G Cthulhu, Paul. I know what is that? I know what that is.
I don't.
I've heard.
Is it some strange?
No. Anyway, don't worry. Yeah. Fill us in, K. Michael P. Hear you not, James.
Yes, we know.
Paul, hear you though. Paul only. I could hear you, but not James. Okay. I think you need to rename this the Studio Rat.
What can I
say? It's true.
I'm sorry.
Okay, David Olson, have you checked out Mayer's 80s Homage album? Annoyingly, it's pretty good.
I have actually. I saw it and I thought I'm going to check this out on the old Apple Music. I quite liked it. I know what you mean. The guy's so good and so beautifully coiffured. You just want to hate him, but actually,
he's great. He's great. He's a really talented guy. He's a really intelligent, talented.
You want to hate him, but he's really good.
Yeah. He's very talented. Analog for Life. I've heard some of the songs. I liked one. I didn't like the other. Can't remember what the second one was called.
This is from the guy who told me not to put the BVs in a track because he said it made it sound dated.
80s is all right. Nothing with 80s. Early 2000s. You made those BVs a bit early 2000s. It's not right.
Okay.
Anyway, Analog for Life. Cool news is that he's beta testing the D command with the Harrison Mix Bus.
I see he's talking to Paul Nyrink because Paul Nyrink has just made the 8 command, not the Command 8. What's the Presonus Control 8 fader controller thing for Studio One called?
Oh God, I've had one. I had one. Command anyway, yeah.
He's made that
business.
Yeah, he's made that talk to Pro Tools.
It could always talk to Pro Tools.
Yeah, but he's made it really, really talk to Pro Tools using V Control.
Oh, okay.
Paul's a very clever chap.
Yeah. Interesting. Harrison Mix Bus. So, yeah, be interesting. Nice one. David says, evening, Matt. Atari Wolf, would you guys allow one of your songs to be used for a product that went against your beliefs if the money was great? I'm thinking, for example, a political campaign. Yeah. I'm trying to think, has it happened before? I did some music once for a pharmaceutical company. Have you gone again? He's gone again. Okay. James will come back. We can talk about James now. I did some music once for a pharmaceutical company. I've done a few pieces for pharma companies. I think if it was something that I was really against, something like animal cruelty, something like, I don't know, something that was, if it was products that were used to harm animals or people or that sort of stuff, I think there would have to be a no. Are you back?
I'm back. Sorry.
He's back. Okay. What's your view about that?
Do you know what? It's a weird one. I actually don't think I could sell out. Because music is such a part of me. And you put your soul into a piece of music. I think if someone came along and made a good argument and it wasn't necessarily something I believe.
It's gone again. You've gone again. It's gone again. Okay. So anyway, let's move on. Where are we? Yeah, but it's a really good question, Tori Wolf. I don't know. I think everyone's got to earn a living, and because we're musicians and songwriters and that sort of stuff, I still think there's hopefully, I don't know. I'd like to think that I would say no. Let's put it that way.
The long and the short of my argument is that I don't think I could sell out because songs and music is too much a part of my soul. If I sold out once, I'd sell out. I'd feel I could sell out again, and 10 million quid would be my tipping point.
There's always a price. Okay. Safey says, "Hi Matt, wishing you a good time in the setup."
Indeed.
Oh, look, we got someone's done a generous donation to the. Jason, thanks, mate. That's very kind of you. What sort of drink are we going to have with that? Something
Well,
pink?
I've actually got a beer on the go, which is very far from pink. It's dark ruby stuff.
Cheers, Jason. That's really kind of you, mate. Thank you very much. Will Matt be using GarageBand as his door?
Very good, very good. No, he's using Garage Door because the garage door was open.
Get it? I get it. Yeah, I get it. Jesus.
Yeah.
You Imperials need to use Imperial system, you traitors. From K Michael P. Is Matt building a room in a room? It's an interesting question. I don't think so. I'm not sure. The thing is, the amount of space you need to build a room within a room, it reduces the size of the room so much. I think garage is great. Yeah. Yours was a bit of a room within a room, wasn't it? Your last one.
A drum room was a room within a room.
James, I can tell you're about to cut out again because your latency has just gone.
I'm here. I am here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you a bit. Okay, by the latency, it looks like you're about to cut out again. Stephen James says, "Good day, guys from Brisbane." Good day, Stephen. Thanks again, Jason, again for your kindness. Thank you so much. Simon Cook says, "A guitarist friend of mine has recommended the Boss MS3. Anyone used it? I haven't used one actually, but a really good little unit. The MS3, James, is multi-effects.
Yep.
But it's got a couple of inserts in it.
Right. Yeah.
But it's got a couple of inserts in it, like the the ES8 that I've got, the switching system.
Yes. So
you can actually patch pedals into it as well.
Cool. Sounds good.
I've heard some really good things about it, and every demo that I've heard sounds stellar.
Fantastic.
So yes, yeah, nice one. Fader port. It is the fader port. Persona's fader port. Yes. Well done, Analog for Life.
Fader port 8 is the big one.
Yes. No, the fader port 16 is the big one.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And Andy also says fader port. K Michael P says Pete is in James's studio. I reckon it's Pete playing your internet.
Yes. Anyway.
Well, instead of the drinks, why don't we have a whip around for James's internet bill instead? Very good.
Thanks everyone.
Bruce, just got the notification for the live stream 38 minutes in. What gives? That's why I was late. What's going on there? Sorry, mate. I don't know what's going on. David as well. That sounds a nice little tipple. Cheers, David. Baileys and Cherryade. Oh, that's got a curdle, isn't it?
All right, Marlene.
Marlene.
Lim, if you to join us, I need to see you on camera and turn your mic on so we can see it working. At the moment, all I can see is the ceiling. Got a piece of your camera. If you do want to come and join us, that's. But I do need to see you first because we're not having a 5-star in.
As fun as it'll be.
Exactly what I'm
and you can tell you can go and tell all your mates what you've done because you're off school now. You can have a lot of fun, but it won't be funny for us. Well, it will be funny. It will be funny, but not. It won't be good.
You're 26 and blonde, and
oh yeah,
female. That's kind. But that's the sort of thing we do in public. We don't do in public. So.
What? Where's this going?
I'm digging myself a hole. I'm going to stop now. Anyway.
Matt says, unfortunately, not a room within a room would lose too much space. They have 2 inches of rock on the walls and ceiling. Great. Perfect.
Lim, now all you need to do is turn your mic on. You're muted at the moment, and then we'll add you in the show. There we go. Please welcome Lim into the show.
Lim is in. How you doing?
Good. Welcome from Virginia.
Oh, nice one.
And what is that on the wall we see over your right shoulder?
It's got Yamaha SG.
Yes.
Oh, he's got some nice bits and pieces. What's that? Is that Clapton? Is that? I can't see. It looks like the old Clapton colours. God, you got a few guitars down there. Look at this.
Serious toys.
Just a couple.
Oh, he's got a night. You got one of those night. Is it? Is it the Nighthawk?
Yes, it is. It's one of the original ones.
Oh, lovely. I love those.
Yeah, it's an awesome little piece.
Very sweet.
Really nice.
And all on the wall with hangers and everything. Be tasty.
Wish I could do that.
That many guitars.
Oh,
So-
nice.
So
Is
to
that
what
your-
we have,
Go on, James. I'll let you. Go on.
so with a pleasure, Lim. What brings you to the Studio Rats?
Oh, I've been following you guys for a while, and I've watched the live broadcast, but this is the first time that I ever even thought about joining.
Oh, nice.
The lighting is so messed up.
Nice to have you on.
Thank you.
Well, don't worry about your lighting. Worry about my So you're a full-time muso guitar player, or is it a hobby, or?
Oh, yeah, it's a hobby. Yeah, it's an obsession, really. Like most people.
You can tell. Well, I mean, you can tell it's an obsession for the amount of guitars you've got. So
Well,
let's go through them.
Okay, so
Oh, what's that? What's the amp? That's a nice. What's that?
so that is my version of a Schmidt Array board. I built that myself.
Can you build me one? Because that looks awesome.
Yeah, it's worked really great.
How did you build that? That looks like a Schmidt Array.
It's almost identical.
Wow.
A few different modifications I made, but yeah. So it has like it's got an ABY switcher because I do wet dry.
Nice.
H9, a Keeley D&M drive.
Yeah, see that.
KTR Klon, Thorpe, fuzz, and then it's all controlled by the ES8.
Oh, you got an ES8. Nice. Oh, great. What a nice setup.
And then this, you can see behind me, sort of right there, this big refrigerator-looking thing, which is actually a refrigerator. It's an isolation booth.
What you turned the refrigerator into an isolation booth?
Yeah, so it's because it already had pretty good soundproofing, so all I did is beefed it up. And
see, that's the thing about you Americans, because your fridges are so big, you can do stuff like that. Us English, we've got these little tiny little fridges.
And then the over here is down at the bottom left is the Katana Mark 50. Next to it is the Artist. I built the cabinets for both of them.
You built that cabinet?
Yeah, and I'm kind of a Mesa Boogie freak, so I love the bamboo drills. Yeah,
Nice.
Lim, you I mean, I don't know what you do as a job, but you're wasted. You should be making these cabinets and making a fortune out of it. They look amazing.
Well, yeah, except it just takes me so damn long to do it that I would never make any money at it.
But to turn a Katana 50 into something that looks as good as that's amazing.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Stunning. Oh, what's next to it?
And then next to it is a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe.
Oh, sorry, I meant the one before. What was the next to the 50?
Oh, that's that's the Artist right there, the Katana Artist.
Oh, wow, that looks awesome.
And that's what I had 40-year-old pine that has been sitting around, and I've always heard that pine makes the best. So did it, and then kind of stained it in a kind of a tobacco stain.
Looks really good. Really, really good.
That's so good. That is so
You'd
good.
be worried about gigging it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't want to gig it for scratching it.
Well, see, that's the thing. It just sits down here. It doesn't go anywhere, really.
I love that. I love that. And so what's next to the artist?
That is a Hot Rod Deluxe.
Lovely. Yeah, nice amps.
And then I've got an Egnator, a Rebel 20, a Vox Night Train, a Marshall DSL 40.
Awesome.
The better, in my opinion, of all the DSLs and TSL range, 40 was the best one. Could crank it.
Yeah, it's great.
What's the night train? What was that? Was that was supposed to be like a more high gain amp? Was it? I can't remember using one.
Well, yeah, you know what? They've discontinued them, and it was kind of their Vox's entry into the kind of the lunchbox thing.
Right.
And then I've got a Fender Pro Junior and a couple other cabs off camera, but that's kind of it. So this keeps me busy.
So okay, let's go through the guitars because it looks like you got some nice ones as well.
All right, so you recognize the Nighthawk.
Yeah, lovely.
First edition. The telly down below is an old PV reactor. Is that it? The reactor?
Was it
whatever their original telly was.
Yeah, yeah.
And then above it, Paul, you noticed that was a Yamaha SG 1000.
Yeah, nice, heavy.
Great.
And then below, in the kind of the aqua color, that is a, gosh, I guess that goes back to 1978. It's a Court.
An old Court. Oh, interesting.
Yes, a Strat. Their Strat. And then above it is a Les Paul that I made, actually. And it's made from 200-year-old walnut burl.
That sounds awesome.
And
you have shoulder muscle like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
and then
he's got the SG. They're heavy enough.
Yeah, and then next to it is is another Yamaha. I love the bat wing design on the Yamahas. I just love that double cutaway, the way they do it.
Yeah,
it's not quite as severe as like the Gibson SGs. And then below it, believe it or not, is a Harley Benton PRS knockoff.
I was going to say that's a good knockoff by the looks of things. Wow.
Yeah, and it plays pretty well. I mean, it has a few issues, but I mean, it's not bad. And then above it is a Fender Strat.
Nice one with an HSS. Is it? We can't really make it out.
It is. You're right.
Nice one. Well, it's a nice obsession. Are you what is your? Have you got a partner? What does he or she think of all of your stuff?
You know, she is so supportive.
Is she?
Yeah, she's really awesome. I mean, of course, she has to rein me in sometimes, just like everybody. But I mean, she's great. So if I really, really want something, and I bug her enough about it, she gives in.
Oh, nice one. Well, lovely to have you on, mate. Sounds awesome. Did you have any questions or anything, or were you just coming on just to say hi?
I just wanted to come on and say hi and just to let you guys know that I really do appreciate all the stuff, all the hard work that you guys put into everything that you.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. It's a pleasure.
It's awesome.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
How is the weather there? I guess is what I would.
Mate, it's so hot. I mean, us English, we moan when it's raining and we moan when it's too hot. So it's about 30. It's about 31 degrees. During the day at the moment, so hot.
And I don't have air conditioning.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I can't even imagine. I grew up in Florida, so it's my dad had a thing where he wouldn't even turn the AC on until July, and it was
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, the thing about us English, we're not used to this sort of weather, so we don't normally need air conditioning, but. It's when it comes like this, it's unbearable.
Yeah.
Do when you've got a console and power supplies and hot interface chucking it out at you.
Yeah.
I say it's been like Bikram audio. It's been ridiculous. Right, so back into these questions. You can stick, but let's go on through.
James, you just broke up. Then, can you say that again?
Let's pass through these questions. You've got to early time.
I think Lim's audio is sort of repeating, and we're getting some sort of feedback on it.
I'm sorry. I'll mute myself here.
Oh, I love it. Cheers, Lim. Nice one. Stay there. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so K-Michael P was watching for 5 minutes and then got a notification, which is all good. Matt says, "Hey,
right,
safe,
okay.
David." Jason Wade says the newest amp shootout video was quite satisfying to watch. Thanks for all the time spent to make it all. Oh, thanks, mate.
And
I did another video.
by the way,
yeah.
And by the way, who's the other marshal? Whose is the 100?
Well, yours is your. I'll get it.
Who? I've bought these 3 amps. Who bought that one?
There it is. It's there. Can I lick it? I didn't lick it.
Ah!
I didn't. Don't worry. Yeah. So that's your one. James has ordered the 800, which I had to do the review of. They're nicely built, really nicely done. You've gone, James. You've gone. Okay. Ow. Anyway, while James has gone, I did a video today of the what was it about sort of cranking your amp up. Lim, actually, you might be able to comment on this because you've got some decent size amps.
I don't think it's the internet.
You don't think it's the internet?
Oh my God. I think it's a driver thing, but you can't hear me. I've just died again.
No, I can hear you. We can hear you.
Oh, you
We can hear you. Yeah.
There's a click. I think it's a driver. I think I need to update the driver for the Tascam. I think that's the problem.
Okay.
I won't do that now.
Dave, Lim, if you can hear us, David's asking you to play something.
Oh, sorry. You know what? I don't have anything turned on. I mean, it might take me a while.
It's all good. Simon Cook says skills. I think that's in reference to your building of your cabinets and stuff.
The woodworking.
That's
oh God.
No, you haven't gone.
Have I not?
You're still there.
You've gone.
Lim, what do you do for a job if you don't mind us asking?
No, I'm a high school teacher.
What do you? I mean, woodwork or?
No, not at all. I mean, I actually build custom furniture, so that's kind of how I got into all this stuff.
Wow, that is some skills that I wish I had. I wish I could do something like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all about getting the tools. I mean, I did it for years with not having the right tools, and it's like anything. If you don't have what you need, it's really frustrating. But I have a complete woodworking shop in my garage, so that. I mean, I'm really lucky.
Yeah, amazing. James, we can hear you again. We can hear you. Lim, whereabouts in VA are you? I spent a few months in the Tappahannock area about 10 years ago. That's from David Stockton.
So I live about 20 miles outside of Washington, D.C.
Awesome.
So in the Northern Virginia area.
Lovely. Oh, sounds awesome. Bruce Brooks says, I think James's gear is suffering from heat stroke. And Analog for Life says, lol at Bruce. Oh, okay. Yes, I get it.
Right.
You back?
Let's try again. Yeah, it is now.
Okay. Right. We're sort of done on all the questions.
Oh, hello. Oh, hello.
This is a record. I can't. Oh, cheers, Matt. You so didn't have to do that, mate. That's very kind of you. Matt says, thanks so much for the advice, fellas. Really helpful as ever. The best studio channel on YouTube. Have a pina colada on me. Thanks, Matt. That's really kind of you, mate. Thank you so much. Right. Well, I'm guessing that's all the questions answered. So we'll probably call it a short one tonight and call it a day.
So not I promise, to be honest.
Are you using, James, can I just ask, are you using a Mac or or your PC?
I'm on a Mac. I'm on a Mac.
What is going on? Shocking.
I don't know.
Okay,
So
we'll sign up.
thanks to Matt. It's been to have some news in the stream with us. Thanks everyone. It's a bit of a short one, I know, but hey, you know, say Paul's got other business to attend to, if you know what I mean. We will see you back here next week. Keep your questions coming into us. You know, please like, subscribe, do all that stuff that we all do in videos. It really does. Keep the comments coming in. So the subscriber numbers are up to well over.
I don't know what he said. So, yeah, I think what he's trying to say is before he cuts, just don't worry. Just, I think what James is trying to say is thanks, guys. Thanks to Matt and Lim for coming on. Cheers, guys. Really appreciate it. It's always nice to have people come on. Thank you to everyone being so generous with I'm going to say thank you to Jason, to David, and to Matt again for your generosity in keeping me and James inebriated. And have a great week, guys. Oh, he's back.
Ivy, and I am.
He's off
now.
So I'm off. Cheers, Lim. Thanks for coming on again.
Everyone, take care.
Take care.
See you soon. See you next.